Yeah.
How's that light for you?
That's cool.
Oh my god. I'm ready to see this fucking documentary already. I'm so excited.
Yeah, man.
It's like really featuring. Are you guys cool? Yeah! Alright. Open those doors! Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cornelia Street Cafe. We do ask that you please silence your cell phones, keep conversations to a minimum, and there is no flash photography this evening. Now please put your hands together for the Alex Lurie Trio and Dream House.
I feel like jazz, for me, is one of the most honest forms of self-expression. You know, it's different when you're playing a piece of music where the notes are written for you, but when it's left to spontaneous improvisation, it's a very personal statement, I think.
Jazz music because I'm able to express myself wholeheartedly through the music. After a night of playing, I feel like I let everything out and I expressed myself as a human being. And with other styles of music, it's great and you get that great feeling, but as far as letting your emotions out, I feel like jazz has that space to really let you do that.
Yes, Colin is an amazing musician and an amazing person and personality and energy always. But it's so entertaining to watch him play because it's also different because his face isn't involved. Because, you know, Alex and Lucas and all of them, their mouth is involved. But Colin is free to make all the kinds of faces that he wants. And it is really amazing. He's just ecstatic most of the time when he's playing. And you can, like, his head doesn't look like it's attached to his body. And then all of a sudden something will happen that he didn't expect, even from himself. And he'll yell because it's so excited about it.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder what exactly makes him do it. And it's probably better I don't know, I think. It's a bit of a romantic notion that we all have, but the more you struggle, the better you play. And I would say Alex definitely is fed by what's going on around him. And, you know, the fact that living in New York, he has to be spread this thin, that you really hear that in his playing, and I like that. It's a vulnerability that is really on the surface. And I like playing with it, and I like listening to that.
Thank you again. Desmond White, Colin Stranahan. I'm Alex Lurie. Have a great evening.
Spring this year in New York matters to me. Just from having such a brutal winter, it's really nice to go outside and just see all this life coming back into the city after what seemed like the longest winter I've ever experienced. Yeah, and pretty good cabinet space, up here for dishes
Absolutely.
and whatnot. All in all, I think in a place like this where a lot of people would maybe come and see this price and be like, why is it so much for this little space? But again, it's taking in consideration the all the amenities, the doorman, the laundry room, the gym, the roof deck. You're right near the park, right near the subway. All of those factors add into the overall price of an apartment. I think the CD release was received well. I felt like Des and Colin really brought everything to the table, and it was really great to have Glenn come up and play a couple with us as well. So the turnout was great and the music was great. It was just a big relief to have it over, and also a very interesting feeling just because everything has been leading up to this moment for the past year now. And then afterwards, it was just kind of almost back to square one. So that's the thing, when there's a part that's really getting you, like here, isolate it. Just bring a certain section and just do it over and over and over again until it doesn't become an issue, and then add it into the larger picture, and then it'll clear up. I do think it's just everything at the same time coming together, and everything's on my mind of, okay, I need to be here at this time, and then I have to rush to here to make this train to get here at this time, and then I have to get home, and I just wolf down some food within 5 minutes, and then I'm out the door going to this next thing, and there's just never really any time to just sit and kind of relax and have some time to myself. And that's probably my own fault. I should probably make that time, but right now I'm just trying to take care of everything and get everything done. So, hopefully things will start to calm down a little bit towards the release.
Do you find yourself questioning this path you're
on? I just feel like I've come so far. I came from a small town in Florida. I made it through college in Boston and college in New York City, and I moved here. I had a goal when I was young to move to New York City, and I did it, and I'm here. And for me to just give up just because it's hard and I see what I have to do to make things work, it would just defeat everything I've been working towards, all the years of practice and study and dedication. I feel like I'd be letting myself down, I'd be letting my peers down, I'd be letting the music down. It's just not an option at this point.